you straight out of LA, huh? Time to close. 3, 2, 1.
After the fight. It's good to be back, man. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, man. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Second day after the fight. Great fight, great show.
Thanks. Good. I must admit it was a really good fight. It was very exciting.
And that was good for overtime too. Looking at it, because that's what they want. They want the action, like a comeback story of American history and all that.
Yeah.
Story of redemption and all that. Take me through the fight, Coach.
I guess before the fight, I will say, just my son's attitude. He's a warrior.
Yeah.
But
Dog.
I think he may have taken the fight a little lighter than was expected. And I think it was just kind of a learning lesson for him to realize, you can't take anyone for granted. You have to make sure that you take everyone serious, because like I've said so many times, the difference between winning and losing in boxing can be just one punch. One punch can make the difference and turn things around. I've seen it. I've seen many videos of a guy beating the crap out of guys the whole fight. And all of a sudden that guy gets that one lucky punch in and shake the guy up so much, and he ends up winning the fight, even though he lost the whole fight. But it was that one punch that changed everything around. So those things can happen. So you got to be aware of that and stay focused on that. I think he lost focus for a second, but I think it snapped him back to
reality.
He was able to collect himself and get back on top, and he finished the guy off.
Wow.
Within a round.
Yeah.
Within a round and a half, he finished the guy off, which was amazing. So it showed his intestinal fortitude, where he could, go through adversity and still come out on top. So that's another attribute of a champion.
First round was great. Great.
Yes.
You pretty much won the first round.
Right.
Second round, when that happened, what was going through your mind?
Well, he opposed a bit of a fight. He opposed the fight. Elijah, he still was doing pretty good in the second round, whatever. He's caught him with a shot. There are times that he'll put his hands down. When a fighter,
Do you see?
A seasoned fighter puts his hands down, yes. He puts his hands down because it increases the movability factor in his head movement.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when you put your hands down, you can move your head a lot better. And that's one of the facets of having a good defense, is head movement, being able to move your head. And to strengthen that, you put your hands down. And so some people don't understand that. You always keep your hands up. Yes, your hands can catch the punches or deflect the punches. And sometimes you can just totally slip the punches if you put your hands down. So there's a mixture of what he does when he fights. Just got caught. He just got caught. And it can happen to anybody. You can get caught. You got caught.
Yeah. But has any of your fighters been down like that before? And they had to come back?
I've not seen the comeback.
Oh.
So I was very proud that he was able to, come back from what had happened.
What do you tell him when he came back?
A lot of people, I told him to calm down.
Calm
I
down.
said, calm down. Matter of fact, when he got knocked down, he was right beside my corner.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
He get up back
yeah.
really
So I told
fast.
him, I said, stay down, stay on your knees until you collect yourself, then get up. I said, so wait for a minute and get up. So he waited till about 7. They counted till about 7. Then he got
You
up.
get up.
Because I've seen people get up too fast and their equilibrium is not, and they'll keep
wobbling
around, wobbling, and then they'll stop the fight because they'll feel like that he's not capable of continuing on. So I didn't want them to see the wobbling around. So I told him, I said, just pull yourself together, be still for a second, kind of let everything settle down, and then get back up. And he done good. And then I told him to start clenching. The guy grabbed a hold of him to buy him some more time to collect his thoughts. And he done everything that he was supposed to do. And he did it. And he gathered himself, and he continued dominating the fight.
Wow.
So he finished out.
So, Coach, how important is having a good coach in your corner? Because that fight, for me yesterday, I would say is probably pretty much 60% coaching and 40% the fighter. Because at that point, if you don't have a good coach or person to tell you what to do at that point, you think you know what to do, but you go ahead and go and mess up. So how important is having a good quality coach in your corner?
Well, in that particular situation, it's almost 100% the coach.
Coach, wow.
Because you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
And so you need somebody to be your mind for you, to tell you what to do, because your mind is not there.
Right. But listen too, because if it was some other boxer that don't listen to their coaches, they'll go ahead and do what they think
to do. But see, you're not in your right mind.
I saw his face. I was like, God.
Your head is shook up.
Yeah.
So you need to listen to what your coach.
The coach.
And he did. Hey, settle down. Don't move, get up too fast. And he waited for a while, you know. I said, because I didn't want him to get to stumbling around. And then they said, okay, he's not ready to fight anymore. And he done everything. And I said, tie the guy up. And he tied him up to give him a little more time to recover. And
that's some mental game.
So you couldn't ask for better. For a fighter to listen to his coach. You know, especially when he's almost knocked out of his mind.
When he survived the round, I was like, he got this.
Yeah.
I was like, he got this.
Yeah.
He went back to the corner.
And I told him to calm down again and just breathe and just collect himself a little bit better. Then I gave him some instructions. Hey, you're gonna have to tighten up on your defense or whatever, because he's gonna be coming at you because he think he can knock you out now. So now he's gonna come a little stronger. So you got to tighten up on your defense to make sure you're all right.
You know what I see? After he survived the round, I was watching Elijah how he was breathing. His breathing was normal. He wasn't going. Then I watched the VILLANUEVA, the other guy. His breathing was out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, he probably thinking, since he couldn't get the job done in that round, it's like it's gonna be a trouble for him. His breathing was really up. I was like, damn, like that was when I knew Elijah got him.
Yeah.
And they started the third round, and he started catching him.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind? Where you're like, oh shit, we got this.
I knew that he was. I knew that he was gonna collect himself. Once I kind of seen that he was safe from the knockout, I knew the business was gonna continue. So he collected himself, and I knew that business was gonna continue because he was so far ahead in the beginning.
Yeah. Easy first round.
When he collected himself, I knew it was going to continue. He was so far advanced. I didn't think that was going to slow him down any. It slowed him down for that second, but it didn't slow him down. I didn't think it would slow him down for a long period of time. So I knew that he was going to get back on get back on the horse and gallop on the way.
But coach, it's not everybody that could do it.
Yeah.
If it was some other fighter, they done. Fear will creep in and they start.
Yeah.
You know.
And so that's another testament of what a good quality fighter is. He knows how to deal with adversity. He knows how to calm down and think under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pressure situation. And he was able to think under pressure, to listen to what he needed to listen to, trusted in his corner. He trusted his corner. And, you know, and I'm thankful that, you know, my son believes in me as well. And we were able to end up getting the victory because of our teamwork together. Him listening to me, him working the situation out, not taking a mind of his own. So that's a collective effort for both of us.
Wow.
And it worked out.
Wow. Elijah knocked him out twice.
Yeah.
During the first knockdown, what was going through your mind? Like, okay.
Well,
or you just want him to get the job done?
I figured once he got him down, that it wasn't going to be no hope for him. Most time when Elijah knocks him down, he knows how to finish the job. He's a good finisher. So I said, well, he got him down, so he's hurt, so he's going to finish him. So I was really confident then. I said, he's going to finish him off.
He get up and it finished him in the corner. You know, everybody was going crazy, man, Coach.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. So what's next for Elijah, Coach?
Well, he scheduled to fight a guy, I guess, that you've seen.
Oh, that came out in the ring? Oh.
Yeah. His name is Leonardo Para. And I think he's 17 or 18-1. I think he's lost one fight.
Okay.
He's a decent fighter.
Oh.
So, you know, we're going to prepare for him. We're going to clean up some loose ends with Elijah. I think his mindset will probably be sharper and in better shape, because sometimes things like that happen. It's kind of a wake-up call. And just to let him know, no matter who it is, you know, anybody, it only takes so many pounds of pressure to knock you out. And so anybody can deliver that. You know, a high school kid or a middle school kid can hit him in the chin.
Equilibrium, you said it. If you can't control your balance, that's you done.
Right. So it doesn't matter who delivers the punch. It can happen from anybody. So, you know, he's got to make sure that his defense is tight. He's aware of what's happening, and not to expose himself to certain dangers as he's fighting. Because, like I said, you know, it only takes one punch to turn the whole fight around. I've seen it happen a million times.
So, Coach, talking about adversity, because every human being go through adversity.
Yeah.
You know, and before the fight, I think we talked about something like that. Because I was saying something about, say, you know how some people, when things are good for them, everything is going straight, wife is okay, kids are okay, they are mentally sound. But as soon as something little just happened, it just throw them off. Or like, I'll give you an example. One of my friends, he finished college. As soon as he finished college, he got a great job, $250,000 a year. But as soon as he lost the job, I don't know, he couldn't, you know, get himself back.
Well, some people have a defeative spirit where they're it doesn't take much to break them. Some people are strong and are willing to look at it as an opportunity to show what they're really made of. Some people fight back, some people don't. Some people, they have it in them, hey, I'm not gonna let this get me down. And then some people break pretty easy. Not really sure how people look at things, but it's all about how you look at at life and how you look at situations, you know, can determine whether it's a success or a failure.
Failure.
It all depends on how you look at things. Some people, they let things get the best of them. Some people never give up. And those are the people who generally succeed. You know, some people stay consistent, and some people fall off.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure how you teach that, but I think it's something that's taught as a child growing up. A lot of times coaches, they can implant those type of behaviors and feelings inside of a fighter as they develop them in coaching, and help them create that inability to withstand, fight back, don't give up, because these are the things that we teach, and a lot of times they transfer over into your everyday life. You know, hopefully that's what this does for my son or for anybody that I come in contact with. Hey, life will get hard sometimes. The fight will get tough sometimes. And sometimes you got that unrelentless ability to not give up. And you'll be surprised, just like the fight, you can turn it back over till your favor.
That's how a movie is being made, Coach. If he just came in, just knocked the guy out, it won't you won't get that feel. But he got knocked down, come back, knock him out twice. You know, that's like a storyline right there.
Yeah, that's a storyline. That's a person who don't give up if you keep going. And sometimes some people have to see those examples, and then they may not, you know. And then some people, even though they see those, they're just weak mentally. Boxing is a mental as well as physical sport, you know. So a lot of people think it's just physical, but it's mental as well. You know, if you're not mentally sound, you won't sustain. You won't make it through the boxing career.
Wow. Do you think that was a test for you as a coach, or more of a test for Elijah? Because that thing was testing you too.
Right, it was a test for both of them, most definitely. And so, you know, the thing is, I believe that God has a lot to do with orchestrating what's going on. I think I'm watching this journey that I'm taking with my son, and we're dealing with all the difficulties now. It would be really terrible if you to have a flawless journey all the way to the top. And then when you get to the top, you start running into all these issues. It'll make being at the top very
hard. You won't even enjoy it.
Because it too much
pressure
to be up there. So I think by him having these situations that happen now, before he gets there, when he finally does get there, he have already experienced all the pitfalls, the setbacks, and he knows how to navigate through them because he's already been there before, if they even happen. But a lot of it has to do with his mindset, how he sees things. And so it's kind of clearing his mind of where he needs to be, because he's running into these situations on his way up. So once he gets there, he'll already know how to navigate through it if it was to happen again.
You know what somebody said yesterday? They said it was like some Tyson Fury shit.
Very simple.
You know, and your dad, your own dad of a blessed memory, man, because he taught you in a very hard way, just though. But when Elijah came in, you combine the training you got from your dad and you kind of like soften it and make it of more mental.
Yes, yeah. Well, I came up really hard. My dad was a really hard man. The lessons that I learned, they were tough, and it created some resentment. And so, as I grew up and I had children, I just kind of decided that I would still teach my kids the lessons. I would just teach it in more what I thought would be a more effective way, where I wouldn't lose the connection with my child. So sometimes you got to be careful that the lesson is so tough that you lose the connection, because then once you lose the connection, you can't teach them because they're not really willing to listen to you.
Yeah.
And so I had to be careful about that. Even my son Dorian, I have to try to be careful how the lessons that I teach him. I'm not too aggressive. I'm not too, and it's a challenge sometimes because you want your kids to follow your direction because you feel like you know what's best for them, And sometimes they choose to, sometimes they choose not to. So you got to be smart enough to know when to push it and when to go ahead and let them go their own route.
Yeah. Desky, he could dress too. Yeah, he can dress because I saw him yesterday. I was like, ooh. I'm like, they probably got it from you.
Yeah, they got swaggy little swagadocious.
And
swag.
before I finish this, coach, if there's gonna be any advice for boxers or coaches, that probably might go through that situation in future, what would you say to, old boxer, old coaches? Yeah.
Well, just like I've always said to fighters, their goal should be to take on the coach's mind.
Yeah.
To take on the coach's mind.
Yeah.
They basically have the body, the young body, the fitness, the ability to take their body to a different level because they're young, but they don't have the information.
Okay.
So you find a coach that you think you can get the correct information from and soak it all in. A lot of fighters get challenged because they think the way that they think, but they're not really a student of the game, and so they come up with their own thoughts. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may not. Most of the time, it's better for them to listen to their coaches instead of take their own mind, because a lot of things that feel right in boxing may not be, and so there's a trust factor that has to be in place with the coach. You got to trust him, and that's where basically your growth is going to come from. Most of the time, if you trust the coach, you'll be pretty successful.
Wow. Any advice for regular people too that go through adversity like that, of that nature? It might not be boxing, but like something in life, like that they get to the crossroad, like what would that be?
Information is power. When you run into issues or whatever, the best thing to do is slow down, relax, think about what's going on, and use your intellect. Most people, they get emotional behind situations that they run into. They get frustrated. So that's an emotion. They get upset. Instead of sitting back, analyzing the situation and figuring it out. Most of the time you can figure it out.
if you can't figure it out, you know, ask for help. A lot of people don't like to ask for help. Ask for help. There's always many ways. They always say there's many ways to skin a cat. So sometimes you gotta, you know, go outside of your resources and do that. And I just encourage for people to do that. Don't just sit there and sit in the situation because that's what happened to a lot of people. They sit in the situation, they get disgusted with it, and before you know it, they quit moving. They just quit.
I know it's a busy year for you because April, David is fighting.
Yeah.
June, Elijah's going back into the ring. Then one of your boxer, Malik.
Malik.
Yeah.
Did you meet Malik?
No,
Oh, you didn't
I didn't see him. No.
Oh, he was there.
I didn't get to see him.
Okay.
I didn't get to see
We
him.
should have introduced you to him. But
I didn't get to see
he
him.
was there. He had a little kind of a goldish looking deal on. He had braids in his hair. Kind of.
I might have seen him.
Yeah.
I might have seen him.
Yeah.
I might. Oh, I think I saw him.
Yeah, he came in.
Yeah. He had a braid.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's big.
No, he's about Elijah's size. But Jordy came.
Jody, I saw Jody.
Yeah.
Even before Jody came, I saw Jody when he was checking in when he was checking his ticket.
Oh, okay.
But I recognized him. I was like, Coach P is a fighter. He said, yeah, with his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, Coach, thank you so much, and I want to wish you, Elijah, Desky, everybody's, you know, Pierre's family, a wonderful 2024.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you,
You
Coach.
have a good one. Thanks for interviewing me, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yeah.